Welcome back, series finders. Today we're doing this properly. I've spent an unhealthy amount of time digging through streaming services to put together 10 shows that will absolutely mess with your head in the best way possible. These are the shows that make you talk back to your TV. Pause just to sit there like, wait, what? And then immediately hit play again because there's no way you're stopping now. And don't worry, I've got you covered. I'll put exactly where you can stream every single one of these shows in the first pinned comment. All right, ready? Let's jump in. First up, we're starting with a seriously creepy cat and mouse story that just gets under your skin. So picture this, a grieving author minding his own business, trying to heal, and then this slick, powerful real estate developer shows up and starts threatening his entire community. The tension hits instantly. But then it gets way darker. These two start to recognize something in each other, a shared darkness, a quiet rage, this mutual bloodlust, this terrifying need to win and never let things go. On their own, Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys are incredible at this slow burn intensity. Together, it's electric. Every scene feels dangerous. Just when you think you understand who's in control, the balance shifts again, and you're left wondering who's actually hunting who. It's psychological, brutal, and impossible to shake. This one is the beast in me. Okay, next up, and I need you to trust me on this, go into this one completely blind. No trailers, no reviews, don't Google anything. The promos are vague for a reason, and once you get through that first episode, you'll be very glad you listened. All I'll say is that it's a political thriller, but in no way you're expecting. Sterling K. Brown and Julianne Nicholson are phenomenal here. One second they're confident and controlled, and the next they're completely exposed. Dan Fogelman, the creator of This Is Us, builds this huge mystery one painful little piece at a time. Yeah, there are flashbacks, but they're careful. Nothing's wasted. You're constantly trying to connect dots, and then suddenly Sterling K. Brown's character figures something out that you didn't even realize mattered. It's smart, weird, unpredictable, and genuinely addictive. This is paradise. Now we're getting into some messy, high-stakes family drama with a generous sprinkling of cult-level insanity. Megan Fahey plays a woman who has to rescue her sister from the influence of her billionaire boss, who also happens to be a deeply unsettling cult leader played by Julianne Moore. This show is dangerously bingeable. The writing is sharp, the drama hits hard, and it really understands how complicated people, especially women, can be. These characters are ambitious but insecure, loving but jealous, supportive and deeply selfish all at once. Watching Fahey, Moore, and Millie Alcock clash feels like watching a chess match where everyone's secretly ready to flip the board. It's messy, intense, and you genuinely cannot look away. This twisted little gem is SIRENS. Now, adapting one of the greatest novels of all time? Yeah, no pressure at all. This story spans 7 generations of one family, packed with magical realism and a scope so massive it was considered impossible to adapt. Gabriel Garcia Marquez famously refused to sell the rights, and his family protected that decision for decades. But when Netflix finally took it on, they did it right. It's filmed in Spanish, shot in Colombia, and performed by Colombian actors, exactly how the family wanted it. And instead of simplifying the story, they leaned into it. Through narration, sound, and stunning visuals, the series finally makes everything click. If the book ever felt intimidating, this is your way in. It's rich, emotional, and absolutely lives up to the legend. This is 100 Years of Solitude. After the 2019 Guy Ritchie movie, they could have easily played it safe and made a sequel. Same characters, same formula, easy win. But instead they went with a spin-off, and honestly, that was the right call. You still get that chaotic energy, but now it's focused on the clash between old-money British aristocracy and organized crime. Theo Dames plays a duke who inherits his family estate, only to find out it's part of a massive cannabis operation. To survive, he teams up with the effortlessly cool Kaya Scodellero. Every episode throws a new disaster at him, and while the structure can feel familiar, the chemistry between the leads keep pulling you forward. You're constantly waiting to see if they'll betray each other or become something more. It's stylish, fast, and just ridiculously fun. This one's The Gentleman. Quick pause. Are you guys enjoying this so far? Because I'm having a great time. If you're into this kind of TV deep dive, hit subscribe and drop a like. It really helps other TV-obsessed people find their next binge. All right, back to the chaos. This next show is one of those rare cases where everything clicks. The setup is simple but twisted. A quiet, overlooked girl gets pushed so far that murder starts to feel understandable. And Ella Purnell is the reason this works so well. She's so charming and vulnerable that you catch yourself rooting for her, even when you really shouldn't be. You want her to stand up to her bully. You want her to be respected at work. And then you realize how far she's willing to go. That constant tension, liking her while being disturbed by her, is what makes this show so addictive. The twists hit hard, and the balance of dark humor and shock is spot on. This one's called SWEETPEA. Now here's a wild thought. What if God or some higher power stopped speaking through prophets and started using social media instead? That's the premise here. The show follows Gökhan, an ex-military man who begins receiving messages from an account called KÜBRA, which he believes might be from Allah. And the show takes this idea seriously. It's not flashy, it's thoughtful. His friends and family think he's being manipulated or losing touch with reality. But as you follow his journey, you start questioning how faith is formed and how badly people need meaning when life breaks them down. The performances make everything feel grounded and real. This one is KÜBRA. High school is already brutal, but this K-drama turns it into full-on psychological warfare. At an elite girls' school, there's a monthly popularity vote, and if you get 0 votes, you become the target of organized bullying for the entire month. It's horrifying because the system doesn't just allow cruelty, it enforces it. Everyone becomes complicit, including the adults. The show builds this tense mystery around how the system started and who benefits from it. The cast delivers these quiet, unsettling performances that slowly get under your skin. It's disturbing, gripping, and very hard to forget. This is Pyramid Game. Inheriting anything is messy. There's always resentment, jealousy, and unfinished business. This show takes that idea and turns it into something genuinely chilling. Yoon So-ha inherits a family burial ground, which enrages her half-brother. At the same time, she's passed over for a promotion at work. She's surrounded by bitterness, and then people start dying. You're constantly questioning everyone, but the real horror comes from wondering what resentment could turn you into. It's quiet, dark, and deeply unsettling. This one's called The Bequeathed. Let's be real, police dramas are everywhere, and a lot of them avoid the hard questions. This show runs straight at them. It digs into systemic failure without offering easy answers. Peter Capaldi plays an old-school detective who makes your skin crawl. You're never fully sure whether he's fighting for justice or protecting himself. Kush Jumbo plays a determined, empathetic detective who challenges him at every step. Their clash feels raw, uncomfortable, and painfully real. It's a sharp, fearless take on the genre that sticks with you. This is Criminal Record. And that's the list. 10 shows you should absolutely be adding to your watch list. Let me know in the comments which one you're starting first or if you've already seen any of them. I genuinely love talking TV with you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you in the next video.